So, I'm glad that I've had time to cool off, to be totally honest with you. I had a bit of a rough day. Um, I'm not gonna lie. It's been heartbreaking, to say the least. Um, try to choose my words wisely because everyone's so fucking sensitive. Um, hold on. God, I need to get my eyebrows done, dude. Um, so today, hi Jog. Today, Bobo had to go to the ER. Um, he hadn't been drinking anything. He was been unable to keep down fluids. He started to get sick when we got back from our vacation, and it just progressively got worse. And so, um, Hobbs was ready to go out the door with Buddy, and I was getting baby girl ready. And I said, we'll just meet you there, right? So I get baby girl ready. We're out the door right behind him practically. And I go, yeah, my son just came in with his father. Um, they're in the ER. Like, I need to get in. And she was like, oh, yeah, no. Um, only one person is allowed in the room with whoever's in the ER. And I'm like, what? That's my son. He's 2. So you're telling me right now that my son's first ER experience, his mom's not going to be there. And she's like, yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do. Like, that's just how it is. You can wait in the waiting room. Okay. Um, rules are rules. Sorry. I know it sucks. I just hope that these nurses don't have their children unable to drink water and have a fever of over 103, and they're not able to go in the rooms with them because their husbands took them just seconds before. I hope it never happens to them. Really. I've already thought about that. That's bullshit. Like, children dying, people dying, only one per. What the fuck? What the fuck? Um, and I asked her to switch, and she's like, you guys can't be going back and forth. There's only one person that's allowed. And I'm like, ooh, like at that point, my daughter was there. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. To all things that are holy. Thank you, Lord. Because my daughter was there, so I kept my patience. I was very like, like, okay. Um, yeah. Let me just go put my mask and sit in the fucking waiting room where I could hear my son calling for mommy. Go fuck yourself. Miserable fucking people. COVID's not even where I live. There's no COVID. There's no fucking COVID, dude. Zero COVID. Where I live, we didn't really do the whole mask thing like all the other states did. We did it for like I think a portion of when it was really bad, and that was it. So the fact that I can't even like to me that's problematic. That's problematic. If we're wearing masks, we're all socially distanced anyways. I'm vaccinated, but so is my husband. Nothing's gonna happen. I know, but hospitals shouldn't be regulated by fucking. They're with each state, each hospital should have different rules in each state. That's what I believe. I firmly believe that. Because our state, if it was up to them, I have a feeling it would be a little bit different. Things would be run a little bit differently. So I sat there and I was kind of like peeved for a minute. Hubs is texting me like, he's fine, like he's doing good. They didn't do an IV. They took an X-ray. He doesn't have COVID. They forced they forced something this far up my fucking kid's nose to see if he has COVID. Boomers. Imagine if this was happening to your fucking kids. Think about it. I know you don't give a fuck about us. I know you don't give a fuck about the people that have children right now. I know you don't. But for a minute, put yourself in a mother's shoes. Just for a minute. Just for a fucking minute, boomers. Just for a fucking minute. Imagine if something's going up this far up your fucking kid's nose and you can't even be there. Picture it. Fathom it. Be there. Be in our shoes. Be in our shoes. I know you don't give a fuck. It's fairly clear you really don't. We're worried about your all old asses, decrepit asses dying. You're gonna die anyways. Who gives a fuck? Like, really? I have a 2-year-old. He has his whole life ahead of him. Shut the fuck up. Come to me. Fucking, I was so pissed. I'm so glad baby girl was there. I'm so fucking glad baby girl was there. Because I was literally shaking. Like, just talking about it fucking makes me trip, dude. I know y'all boomers don't give a fuck. I know you don't. I know you're worried about you. You've made that fucking clear. And that's fine. But imagine being a mom in today's society where every time your kid has to get help, they get something shoved up their fucking brain. Their moms or maybe their fathers can't be with them or their siblings. Imagine it. Honestly, and they all had attitude, all of them. And I'm kind of like, you know what? You guys suffered for like a year, okay? No offense, but people in the military, like people, they don't get to go home, okay? Military people don't get to go home. You do. So shut the fuck up, put a smile on your face, and be nice to me. Thank you. I'm worried about my son. Like, stop being a cunt. You know? Like, why is that so hard? You had a rough year? Don't take it out on me. If you're not cut out to do the job you're doing, then people need fucking plumbers, man. There's all kinds of jobs you can do. There's all kinds of jobs that you can do. Fuck. Come at me, fucking, ooh. That's their job. They're just doing their job. They're just doing their job. They're just doing their job. And let me see my fucking kid. You can bend rules to not be such, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point of even getting vaccinated then if you get treated all the same as everyone else? What's the fucking point? I honestly don't think I'm going to vaccinate my kids. I have officially decided I'm not going to. Because one, there's no special privileges we get. Oh, registration makes minimum wage. They don't care. I didn't know that. That's why she was so cunty. Oh my God. Xanax. I was being so cool. Like, because baby girl's there. I'm like, you know what I mean? I was cool as a cucumber, dude. But inside I'm like, Mickey, yes, it's sad. But imagine when COVID was in full effect. Babies, kids, no one has allowed back with them. Yeah, it's awful, Langley. That's awful. I can't imagine. Ugh. You can calm, it's no big deal. Okay, well, but to you it's not. But to me, it is. For my son, like if I would have known that was going to happen, I would have said, let me drive him and you drive her. Like, no, I understand that. I'm speaking on my personal experience of today. Okay, and I understand that everyone else has it a lot harder or have experienced things a lot worse. I understand. Okay, I'm speaking on behalf of my situation and my experience and how it made me feel. The pediatrician was booked. I was pissed. I was livid. Okay, I called up the pediatrician. Oh yeah, she's not available until next week. And I was like, okay, uh, take him to the ER if it gets worse. I'm like, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And then the doctor's all telling us, yeah, call his pediatrician. We did. Or how? You think we just came here like just willy nilly? Like, oh my god! It's like really, people get it together. Like, I don't know. Oh, I was pissed. They were all booked. All of the pediatricians. I live in a really rural area. I live in we have no there's no COVID. There's literally no COVID here, like ever. Um, Even where I lived before, before where I lived before wasn't as rural. Where I live now is extremely fucking rural. Yeah, it was fucking odd. So I think everyone's getting some kind of bug or something. That's my guess. I don't know. But I was just pissed. I was pissed. I was fucking angry and I was pissed. And I'm allowed to be pissed and be angry. I'm allowed to be upset. So the thing I don't get about you boomers, like no offense, I know like the majority of the people that watch me are boomers, by the way. You know. And the thing I don't get about you guys is that, oh, it's no big deal. Oh, it's no fucking big deal. Like, huh. Like I would have liked to see how you would have handled this particular situation. I would have liked to see how it would have felt for you. Like, with your little ones, with your first, with your second, with your first baby boy going into the ER. I know, and that's what they always say. They always say that they have grandkids. Always. I understand that. I'm talking about your very first time, okay? This is your first rodeo, y'all. Okay? Please try. It's so hard for you guys to put yourselves in other people's shoes. It's so difficult for you. And I don't know what's wrong with that generation. Like, why? Why is it so hard to have empathy or to care, you know? I can imagine what you went through. It's complete bullshit. Thank you, Life with Gypsy. I love you. I wish I was on StreamYard so I could highlight your comment. Complete bullshit to keep a parent away from their child. I would have felt pretty much the same as you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Life with Gypsy Melly. Thank you. You're not a boomer? Okay. He's great, two of a kind. He's great. I find that like, there's no compassion. Like, there's just no. I know he's still a parent, but I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there. It's my baby boy. Like, I know it's hit my husband's too. I understand that. And I know that's what my mom said. Well, he's with his father. Oh. Because see, boomers, they had either one or the other. There was no two. There was very rarely where there was two. No offense. I'm not, again, I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just wondering, why is there no empathy at all? Like, y'all didn't live through no fucking pandemic. 80s babies were coddled. I'm an 80s baby. Maybe I'm just a fucking coddled little shit. I don't fucking know. Xanax? But fuck. I don't know if another Another pediatrician is like 2 hours away. So I don't know how I would all of a sudden bring my child, who is like flailing, like flapping around like a rag doll, to a whole different pediatrician 2 hours away that they don't even know who the fuck he is. That would be really weird. I don't think that would work out really well, unfortunately. It's to protect vulnerable hospital patients. The less people inside a hospital, the better. What are you saying? This has affected everyone. It's not the same. Okay, I understand that it's affecting everyone. I get that. Okay, it's not the same as having your first kids in a vulnerable fucking society, of like to the point of on the brink of collapse. There's no, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're going through it too, but you don't have two littles. Does that make sense? Like, yes, I get it. You're going through it with your grandkids. I understand that. But put yourself in our shoes. Like, these are our children, and this is happening right now for us. Like, I know that you all don't care. You make that really clear. Just imagine. Can you imagine? Like, every time you go to the hospital, oh, there goes your kid. Oh, there goes up your fucking kid's nose. I'm going to stop doing that, by the way. No more. No mas. No mas. Because every time I've done it, my kids have never had COVID. Never. Well, there was one time when we did a home test and they had the COVID. But they didn't put the thing up their fucking nose. It was just easy. You just, they had the little spit thing. Why don't they do that? Why don't they do the spit thing? He's 2. What the fuck? No one could go back with him. 3-year-old had cancer. Exactly. It was very hard. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. There should be. That's not okay. That's not okay under any circumstance. I don't give a fuck. Call it the fucking plague. That's not okay to not have people with their loved ones at all. It's just not. I don't care. It's not. I don't think so. I don't think that that's okay. I don't think that's appropriate. He would go through bouts of like being okay and not being okay and being okay and not being okay. I did not wait too long. It was 3 days. I was keeping an eye on his temperature. Do you have kids? I have a feeling you don't. I know he's not my first kid. He's my second, but he's my first baby boy. You're watching Power Rangers? I'm glad. I've used the free tests already. They only give you 2. Well, they gave you, what, altogether 8, I think? I've used them all. It's bullshit. I'm allowed to have that opinion. I'm allowed to think that that's bullshit. That people can't be with their loved ones. Don't the masks work? Okay, so if you think the masks work, we're socially distanced, except with my son, then what the fuck's the problem? What's the problem? There is none. You're just making one, and it fucking pisses me off. He's a baby, you're a mama. You felt helpless, and that's an awful feeling. Thank you, Two of a Kind. Wow, thank you. I'm not acting like no one else has been affected. Thank you, Two of a Kind. Thank you. I'm not saying nobody else has been affected. I'm talking about my personal experience right now. You internalizing it and being weird, that's on you. Like, I don't know why you would do that. I'm not talking about you at this moment. I'm talking about myself and my kid and what just happened and why I'm affected. No, they are, but they're not affected in the same way. Boomers, like, for example, they didn't have to go through COVID, okay? They didn't have to go through, hey, put the fucking thing up the kid's nose and fucking, yeah. And don't, you can't be in the ER with them. It's a little different. It's a little different. And I get no sympathy from that generation. None. It's weird. Like, it's the oddest thing. Like, I don't get it. It's horrible. I understand why you got upset. I would have been upset myself. Love you. Thank you, Hardcore. Wow, thank you. You're so kind. No, they're going through it now without their babies. Without, like, their babies are grown. How do you not understand you don't have to understand what I'm saying. It's extremely different when you have little children right now. It's vastly different than what it was when, la-di-da, fucking, don't tell me there's no difference. There's a huge fucking difference. Honestly, my opinion is about 50% of you boomers who fucking drink it away, probably get stoned, fucking probably say, fuck it. I'm serious. That's the way I think you guys would handle it. But most of them, not all. You have a very sick child. You get it, yeah. Like, imagine though not being able. Oh, I was just frustrated. I was so frustrated, and honestly, I thank God that baby girl was there with me, because I was like, she was the only thing that kept me like from flipping out. So easy to push everything on boomers. No, I'm just wondering why there's no empathy, or they're always just like, it's okay. Oh, they don't know. Oh, it's just such a very, like, cold-hearted, like, way to be. Like, it's just, to me, like, if this happened to someone else, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, that happened to you. This is bullshit, Even if I didn't agree with what the person was saying, I'd be like, I'm sorry you're going through this. Like, I wouldn't just be like, oh, well, fucking everybody's going through it. Like, fuck. Like, it's just so, maybe it was your guys' parents that raised you, didn't teach you love. You know what I mean? Didn't teach y'all love, didn't love on you or some shit. Because you guys most of you are very cold-hearted. Just saying. I don't care if I lose 200 subscribers. I really don't give a fuck at this point. I really don't. Because most of the time when I share my thoughts and shit, people get all upset and fucking unsubscribe. I don't give a fuck. Hi, Obi. I would want my mom with me. I would want my mom with me today if I was in the ER. Thank you. Right? So would I. Anyway. It's over now. He doesn't fucking have COVID, but he got a big old stick up his goddamn nose. I'm so sick of that shit. If anybody asks to do that shit again, I'm going to say, fuck no. Step away from my child. Is he crying? Uh-oh. Shit. I'm not doing those nose tests anymore. I don't see why they do them. It's really barbaric. She would be, yeah. Especially if I was 2. Don't you get that? Like, especially if I was 2. Like, think about that. Reinvent your whole growing up with your kids and fucking, and put yourself in a fucking parent's shoes now. Try. I know it's very hard. I know it's so hard for you guys for some reason. I know it is. I know. But just try. I know, but 2-year-old with a fever, that's vulnerability, okay? A 38-year-old with a fever is very different than, like, if I couldn't keep down fluids or something. It's extremely different. I'm not saying the love is more or less. I'm saying there's a vulnerable child. There's vulnerability. It's way more vulnerable than, say, me. That there's a huge difference that I don't think y'all's generation really understand. like, at all. Like, I don't think you really get it. Like, you don't really get it. You know, the only way you'll really get it is if you were me now and you had a 2-year-old in the hospital and you couldn't be there with them. I don't know. She was. Why? We don't hide OB. Why are we doing that? Hold on. Why won't it let me? Hold on. I want to. What the fuck? Why is my phone being such a butthole? Okay. Unhide user. I see what's going on. That's awesome. I'm so glad. Okay, so I have a rogue mod and I just found out who it was. That's fucked up, dude. You know who the fuck you are. Why are you doing this to my channel? Because you're friends with fucking Nutjob? So you're gonna just fucking do this to my channel? Everyone was right about you. Restrictions. Or having to send your kid home from school, then back again, then home. Thank you, Miss Bear! Oh my god! Jesus! Mary and Joseph! Oh! Fucking A, dude! Fucking Miss Moonbear knows. Miss Moonbear knows! Like, we need to have a special... Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for being here. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. But your husband is a boomer. Or having to send your kid home from school, then back again, then home, then back again, along with visits to the hospital, then back, and visits cost money, and nobody fucking cares. Everyone's like, oh, it ain't no big deal. Okay, thank God. I was freaking out that you were a rogue mod, Embry. I was freaking out, and I'm sorry. I was freaking out, and I'm sorry. Fuck. I was freaking out. I started to freak out because there's someone else that got. There was 2 people that got blocked and hidden, and I'm like, oh no! And I'm like, fucking shit, motherfucker! I need to find out who this is. And then just now, it was a mistake. Yeah, I understand. I fucking ate shit on you just now. I was like, you fucking bitch. I didn't say you were a bitch, but I was like, you're the one. No, I do think I have a rogue mod though, nonetheless. I get what you were saying. It makes sense to be upset, especially having to explain to your young child. As a parent, you can hardly understand the inconsistencies yourself. I don't get it, Moon. I don't understand. I don't. It's brain. It blows your mind. Like, what? Like, fucking. And I feel like there's nobody that cares. Nikki, don't let people interrogate you, honey. They're rude when they don't know the full story and assume negative shit. I know. Fuck. Oh my god. Hi, Embry. I'm sorry if I freaked out on you. I'm like in a really not good mental state, and I think I have a rogue mod. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Shit. Aw. Forgive me. No, I'm sorry. Okay, I forgive you. You're forgiven. No, but I actually do have one, though. I need to figure out who it is. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. People might care more if you don't attack a random... I didn't attack anyone. People were attacking me, and I'm just like... I missed you yell. Oh no, don't weird watch it. Okay, basically what I said, I was like, oh, everyone was right about you. I knew it. That's just because is it because you're friends with so-and-so? Like, you know, that's basically what I said. You know who so-and-so is. I'm not going to go into that because it's pointless. I'm all sketched out, you know. I'm all sketched out. Fucking. But yeah, no, I do have a rogue mod. That's been hiding people for no fucking reason. And I don't know if it's maybe it's just a mod that doesn't know what the rules are for being a mod. I don't fucking know. All I know is I know, but okay, I've been getting like 2-3 people roughly every other week. Hey, I'm blocked. Hey, I'm blocked. I'm blocked. I'm blocked. And I'm like, who the fuck is blocking these people? And I can't figure it out. And it's when they don't say anything bad. And I haven't seen you around in a long time, and so I just was like, lost my shit. I'm sorry. But I do need to figure out who's doing that. Nonetheless, you know what I mean? Anyway, sorry. No, you randomly went off on boomers. Well, no, because I don't see any kind of. I'm not saying every single boomer that ever existed upon this planet Earth. I'm saying I don't see very. Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, I agree, Embry. I don't blame you. I wasn't saying all boomers. I'm just saying, why is it so hard for a lot of boomers to like put themselves in our shoes right now? Like the people that have little kids right now. Like, could you imagine hearing your 2-year-old in the ER yell "mama" and there's nothing you can do? Like, just think about it. I'm just asking people, just please put yourself in other people's shoes. That's it. I'm not, you know. That's all. And I feel like other parents like me that have little kids, like the whole school shit. This is why I got my daughter out of the specific school shit. Well, 1, we moved, but 2, they were just overly like, everyone has, you know. And I'm sorry if you believe in this, everyone has to wear masks. And I was just like, what? Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, like, no. They just barely, I remember right when we were leaving, they were just barely talking about getting rid of them, but they had to have a big meeting about it. And I'm just like, fuck this. I'm going. We're going. We're going away. And we moved, and she's in a much better school, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. Sometimes private isn't always good, you know? And a lot of people would be like, well, then why aren't you protecting your child? And I'm just like, listen, everyone has their own opinions and their own views on shit, okay? And I know there's no love from boomers. There just is not for my generation of people that are dealing with this, with little kids, with babies, with fucking 5-year-olds, 2-year-olds, fucking whatever, dude. There's just no love for us. There's just like, oh, well, suck it up. There's been fucking pandemic. There's been the plague before. Like, I mean, this shit one of my fucking old boomer therapists told me. And I was just about to fucking throw up. I'm like, you have no empathy. None. You have 0. I'm friends with none of the piece of shit, but oh, thank God. That makes me feel so much better. Thank you for letting me know that. Fuck, you broke your foot? Okay, get rest. Fucking A, dude. I'm sorry you broke your foot. Oh, man. Love you. Shit. My mom broke both her ankles. Like, luckily she's in a place now where, like, everyone can come visit and stuff. But, like, it's so far away, and it's just such a fucking, it's like, they're thinking about keeping her. like she was overhearing them. They said something about like 6 months or something, and I'm like, what? That's a long time. I don't even feel like doing makeup anymore. I've been bitching for 35 minutes. I'm sorry. Peace. Oh, it's always good to see you. When I say statements like boomers or millennials, venting is healthy. We love everybody. Thank you. I think so. Or Generation X or Generation Z. I'm not saying like every single fucking one is like that. Yeah, someone hid you on accident. It was I unhid you though. She did that on accident. She broke her foot. Fucking A. What's up with everyone getting hurt? My head hurts. Yeah, baby boy, he doesn't have COVID. I'm so sick of hearing that fucking word. And I get it. Like, okay, people fucking, oh, okay, I'm good. Whatever. But where I live, dude, literally, there's no fucking COVID, okay? There's just zero. There's zero. So I don't understand. I don't understand why we're treating it as if, like, we were still in the thick of it. Like, I don't get it. That's all. I don't understand. That's it. I don't get it. And I wish a lot of these like older generations would like literally put themselves in our shoes for a minute. I mean, your kid can't go to school if they got allergies. You know what I mean? You know, this school that she's going to now, they're like fucking seasonal allergies. I'm like, yep. You know what I mean? I'm like, yes, very well. You know. But the school we were going to before was like all annoying. Here, stick this fucking thing up her nose. Like, Opie, thank you for the hearts. I already know this is going to be clipped. Fucking god darn it. Lord help me, Jesus. I'm sorry that I freaked out, and I'm not freaking out on anybody individually. Please know that. This is one of those times where I shouldn't have gone live. You guys are like, go live. That's probably my trolls. Yeah, go live. But yeah, no, Bobo's okay. I thought I heard him fussing for a minute, but he's okay. He's been sleeping this entire time since he got back from the ER. And we have his pack and play up, and we're sleeping in the living room so that way we can be with him. I mean, they just gave us anti-nausea medicine, and his x-ray's not going to come back for like probably not. It said 24 to 72 hours. I just ask older generations to have empathy for people. Glad he's okay. Me too. Yeah, sorry you had to go through that. Yeah, well, it's shitty, you know? He was coughing, sneezing, but that's allergies. My kids have our allergies bad. Like, we get them bad, dude. Our eyes are watery. We look fucking dead. Like, we just are miserable. He had those symptoms, but he had a fever, and then he would throw up and have diarrhea. But it was off and on. Like, then he'd be fine. And then it was just, finally, the third day of it, I'm like, okay, you know what? He's not keeping down fluids. We have to go. Like, his diapers were getting dry, and I was freaking out. And he was kind of loopy, you know, acting loopy. And I'm like, we just gotta go. Yeah, it's terrible. Allergies can be just as bad as being sick. Like, the throat irritation, it's awful. I mean, allergies can be awful. And now's the time for allergies. And it's just, I want a different world for my kids, and it's fucking frustrating as fuck. You know? Moonbear knows. She gets it. You know, fuck. It's frustrating. It's fucking frustrating. It's just, like, I'll be okay, though. Like, I mean, my kids are okay. Like, they're okay. I needed to vent on that, and I feel so much better. I have to go get dinner. Love you. I love you too, hardcore. Please do. My dad died alone because of those rules. It's awful, Peace. What the fuck? See, no. 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 My son is going through the same, except had the cough and fever. Yeah. Yeah, he has no frown. He has no frown right now. Um, Yay, finally. Oh my gosh, Daria Moon. Yeah, they did do an X-ray. They're checking his whole situation, to make sure there's no pneumonia. There's no um, what was it? Was can you tell from an X-ray about an appendix? I don't fucking know. But yeah, but he's on Zofran, so that's the only thing that's keeping him like from not throwing up. Thank God we have that at least. You can express yourself. It's your channel. I know, but I I do get a little heated, and I can offend people, and that's it's not my fucking intention, and I'm sorry. You know, I don't mean to offend anybody, or but when I'm like this, I shouldn't stream. Bye, I guess. We love everybody. Okay, bye. I love you too. Had to find a sitter. My daughter wasn't allowed to come in with us. Yeah. Hi, Kimmy. It's awful. Like, it's just, I don't understand it. It's not computing to me. But they're like, they're the rules. And I'm like, okay. How are you, Kimmy? I'm gonna go soon. Imaging through an MRI. Okay. So they didn't do that. They just did an X-ray. So they're probably just checking for pneumonia. Unless my husband thinks an MRI and X-ray is the same thing. No, I don't, Kimmy. But there's someone, I don't know who, that's just been deleting people. And they'll be like, I wasn't even doing anything. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm sorry, I'll unblock you. And they have to send me their link to their channel or their YouTube so I can unblock them. Because I don't have my stupid computer up. So I don't even know if we're going to use that computer anymore or what's going on. I've been away for a while. Thanks for asking. Aw. Oh no, yeah. I know it's not. It's not good. And so I'm like, and in order for me to see my mods, at least this is how I know how to see them, is I have to be on my computer on my studio or whatever, because I can't do it on my phone. My phone doesn't show me like my moderators. It just doesn't. And I've been looking through it, like trying to find like maybe it's someone that like hasn't been in here for years, because I don't take wrenches away. Like, it's very rare. I don't play ring around the wrenches, you know what I mean? I'm like, so I just don't take wrenches away. Like, if someone just stops coming, they just remain a wrench. I don't know why, which is stupid. But, it could be somebody that, like, hasn't been here in a long time, and maybe they're, like, triggered by me, and they're trying to get back at me for something. I don't fucking know. Robin! It could be someone relatively new, but the newest ones that I just modded, I really trust, though. like 100%, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's the least of my fucking worries, really. My mom has broken ankles. My kids are fucking sick. Well, my daughter's not sick anymore, thank God. Um, baby boy, you know, I'm worried about him. And I just needed a moment to vent. And I appreciate those of you that allowed me to. Um, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like offend a group of people like boomers or whatever. I mean, I talk about millennials and fucking all kinds of fucking, I talk about everybody, you know. I just am triggered. I'm triggered at the way things are going and what's going on for my kids. It's fucking frustrating. It pisses me off. And I just wish people were more understanding. That's all. Thank you. I'm gonna go before I get myself in any more trouble. I'm gonna go. I was gonna do makeup, but I feel like I don't feel like doing that shit. There's no way. But look how pretty this palette is. Unless you want. I mean, look how pretty. I was supposed to go live with Not All Who Wander, or is that her channel name? And then all this ER shit was happening. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that today. I was supposed to go live with her at 1. And yeah. So hopefully this weekend we can go live. I love you. He's okay, Lynn. He wasn't keeping fluids down. They have him on Zofran. So doesn't have COVID. So sick of that. It's fucking allergies. Damn it! I want to just be like, motherfuckers! I want to make a mask that it says, I have allergies. Or maybe I should sell those. That'd be a great idea. Sell masks that say, I have allergies. I don't know. Yeah, my mom and her broken ankles, and it's not like we're close like we used to be, so I can't just fucking... Mother's Day, we're gonna go do the trek to go visit her and probably sleep over at her house. Ooh. Oh, that was the extent of your me time, right? Well, even if you can just get a mask in, fuck yeah. You know? That's good. You know? Like, the fact that I can do this for an hour or whatever, like, that's good. Like, I feel good now. I didn't feel good when I first got here. Thank you, Cammie. I hope so, too. I'm like... Can no one else fall out, please? Like, can we all just fucking, like, not get hurt and shit, please? Glad to hear it's allergies, not something more serious, but allergies suck. We get them bad. Yeah, well, no, he's throwing up, and it's hard for him to keep food down, so they did an x-ray. I'm waiting on the results for that, and I'll just pull my hair out until then. I personally think it's just a stomach bug. I mean, kids are dirty. I mean, kids get fucking, you know what I mean? Like, they play with their poo, let's be real. And, like, I think he just probably got sick, and he just needed some Zofran to, like, help him keep down his fluids, and it'll go away. Like, that's my thing. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you. I appreciate all the prayers that I can get, to be honest with you. This is what happens when my therapist calls in. Just kidding. This is what happens when my therapist calls in. I see her next week. But I'm gonna go. I love you. Stay positive. Even though it's really hard sometimes. And, yeah. Maybe we'll do some panels this weekend or something. Love you. I didn't mean to offend anybody.